So I see you rinsing your glass out over there. What do you got here? What is this beautiful bottle we have here with the gargoyle sitting on top?
This is one that I have seen pop up on the interwebs for quite a while now, and I've been itching to find it. It's Payne Black.
Black.
It is. It has a kick-ass gargoyle stopper on the top of it that actually is hollowed through, so when you pour it, it pours right out the gargoyle's mouth.
So it doubles as a pour spout.
It's a pour spout.
That's amazing.
So excited to see how this works. But this is a blended whiskey infused with Natural Black Currant. Currant. I don't remember, did I write? Yeah, I wrote down a few things. So the interesting thing, I had never knew much about or possibly even heard of what currant is.
Currant.
That's how it's pronounced. But apparently it's a black berry that was forbidden to be grown in the United States up until 2003, a threat to the logging industry for some reason.
So that's probably why you haven't even heard of it.
Yeah.
And I just wonder how I wonder what the growing habit of a currant plant is, and why that would be such a threat to the logging industry.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I wasn't able to find a whole lot of detailed information.
I accidentally smacked the microphone reaching for my phone.
Thud.
Thud.
But yeah, just really kind of bizarre. It's a black berry that is actually considered a superfruit, high in antioxidants and vitamin C. So I'm gonna pour us up a little bit.
I am excited to try this out.
Here comes the gargoyle.
I see it pouring.
That is badass.
It's got like a burgundy, a thin burgundy stream.
Yeah, and the bottle's super cool. The website talked about the owner and the founder 3D printed the design for the bottle. And yeah, it's super, super heavy bottle. Here you go, sir.
Thank you much.
Here, I'm going to pass the bottle over your way so you can...
I'm going to take a gander at this bottle here. That's beautiful. It says here, what is this, 90? Is that 90 proof?
90 proof? Yep, 45%.
45% alcohol, 90 proof.
From Clearwater, Florida.
Clearwater, Florida. Well, I have a little story. It's not positive for Clearwater, Florida. Once upon a time, I used to be married, and on our honeymoon, we went to Clearwater Beach, Florida. And the thing I remember most about Clearwater Beach is the water was not clear.
Of course it wasn't.
It was this, because it was on the Gulf side. It wasn't on the Atlantic side of Florida. So I guess all the tributaries that feed into the Gulf in that region, it's all, just murky, and it's like storm drains, and it's, just polluted. It's just, blech, and it was just not clear. And the sand was full of tiny little shells that hurt my delicate, soft feet. And it says here on the back of the bottle, a seductive blend for those that seek to expand the possibilities of the night. Well, if I wasn't intrigued before, I'm intrigued now. And I definitely am. What color would you call this?
There's definitely, kind of a burgundy. I'm also it's got kind of that grape raisin kind of a...
Yeah, it's got a grapish raisin kind of juice color to it. And the smell doesn't smell as complex as the last one. The smell doesn't smell or taste through the nose as complex as the Yellowstone Select Kentucky Straight Bourbon that we just tried.
Definitely.
Smells like raisin.
The berry definitely comes through. I am picking up a hint of that oak.
Oh, it's aged in oak? Mm-hmm. We do have our little cheat sheets. It's our agenda of what we're going to talk about. And I'm trying not to look at the notes so I can try to give an honest description of what it is that I'm smelling and tasting. But yeah, there's raisin. There's almost like a brandy kind of smell to it.
Yep, I would agree with that.
What's distinct about brandy? It's is it bourbon aged in a wine barrel or something? What is it with brandy?
I think so.
I might be way wrong on that. Don't quote me, unless you're gonna make a meme and talk mad shit.
Definitely picking up some cinnamon.
Well, hell, it says here on the cheat sheets the benefits of this tart berry are emerging into the U.S. market as a dense superfruit high in antioxidants and vitamin C. Did you already read that?
I might have.
I remember you said something about a superfruit. So maybe this is audio redundancy here. This is why we only use, according to Von Payne, what they say here, this is why we only use the best all-natural black currant berries and not flavoring. Which I appreciate that. I'd much rather taste the honest flavor of a fruit or a spice versus a chemical lab interpretation.
Yeah.
That's blasphemy right there. That's what that is.
Strawberries are fantastic. Strawberry flavoring is pretty gross in my opinion.
Okay, in my opinion, which is just what it is, yours is yours, mine is mine, I think strawberries are trash. Never, do not like strawberries. Unless they're fresh off of a plant. Do you garden at all? I don't know if we've ever talked about.
I do not.
We've talked about me gardening, but
yes.
not so much you.
Nope, I have never gardened.
Okay. Well, if you get the chance to try garden fresh strawberries, it'll probably blow your mind because it blew my mind. That was actually the only strawberry I ever liked. Was right off the plant. And I'm still smelling this thing, and I'm picking up a sweetness that's not like honey, I wouldn't call it brown sugar, it's just more like actual sugar. Now for the actual taste. Okay, wow. There's a remarkable depth of a fruitiness that is berry-like, which may be distinctive and known only to black currants. It's raisiny, but not in an overbearing, offensive way that raisins can be for some folks.
It has a tartness.
The tartness comes on the back end. Just had a little bit of it almost go down the wrong hole.
That'd be bad.
Yes, that happens to me from time to time. It's a problem. That might be my drinking problem. Which reminds me, if you're listening to this and you have a drinking problem, or if somebody you know, love, care about has a drinking problem, I'm sure it's affecting you as well. Please call the Alcohol Abuse Helpline at 844-714-7186. It's 24/7. You can speak to a specialist at any time. It's 100% confidential. They can set you up with a 12-step meeting if it is you that has the problem. If not, I'm sure they will have resources available for counseling. Because growing up in a household where one of my parents had an alcohol problem, an alcohol addiction problem, it would have benefited the rest of us greatly had we had some way of speaking with somebody about those problems and the way it made us feel and the way it affected us, because it wasn't just that individual family member and their drinking problem. It was the abuse and the other things, the other nasty things that came along with it. So if you have a problem, please reach out to these folks at the Alcohol Abuse Helpline. Like I said, 24 hours, and that number is area code 844-714-7186. Now back to this delicious Von Payne Black. I'm on the far back end. It's still maybe again this is the black currant flavor profile, but I'm still pulling a semi raisiny, what did I say earlier, brandy flavor to it. And did you say something about oak?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, I pick up a little bit of oak to it and cinnamon.
I can feel the cinnamon in there as well. It's very unique. It's very I would call this one dangerous. because you don't think it's going to ruin your evening, but if you let it, this gargoyle is going to come to life.
Whether we like to admit it or not, being drawn to the cool bottle or label is where I kind of didn't care if I was going to like it or not.
So this was 100%.
I wanted the bottle and the stopper.
100% marketing driven. You had to get the cool bottle with the cool gargoyle on the top.
It's not just a gargoyle on the top. It's the pour spout of
it's
the
the
gargoyle.
pour spout. It's very well made.
Yeah.
It's got VP on it, stamped multiple times. At the foot of the gargoyle, on the neck. What is this band on the neck band of the bottle? And there's a raised VP medallion, kind of like you would see in a Tanqueray bottle.
Yep.
I remember it's like a green bottle with a red wax imprint or whatever, but this doesn't have the wax imprint or anything. It's full glass. And the shape of the bottle is very unique. I don't remember ever seeing a bottle that was that shape.
No, it very much has that lead crystal kind of a...
Lead crystal, a classic decanter style bottle. It's just pleasing to the eye as well as the palate. What are the notes here? Tasting notes: slightly sweet, slightly tart. Yeah, it is slightly tart. It's very slight on the tart. And a kick that says, "This is different." Was that one of my first words? Like, this is... maybe it was just, wow. Whoa, man. Like Keanu Reeves. Whoa. Oh, you went, what's that guy, Joey? Whoa. I'm not sure where that's from. Anyway, great as a shot, straight up, over ice, or mixed as a cocktail. Von Payne Black makes a statement and is sure to spark adventure.
Yeah, I'm very eager to turn this into an old-fashioned and see what those other flavors kind of do with this. But by itself, it's really good. That's one of the things that I've been loving about exploring and getting into the whiskeys and bourbons is the wide variety that's out there. You know, and not everything has to be the $100 bottle or even the $50 bottle.
Absolutely not.
Just, you know, price really I'm finding doesn't always equate to a better product.
It doesn't.
And it also depends on how you're drinking it too. The thing I love about a good bourbon or a good whiskey is how versatile it can be. I've got some in my cabinet that I love just by themselves. Give me a glass, let's go neat. That's all I need. There are others that, if they're not bad neat, I don't hate them by themselves, but they're fantastic as a cocktail. I think, in my opinion, the Metallica's Blackened, it's a great whiskey, and I think it's really good by itself.
And what an interesting story.
Right.
With how that's made and aged.
But used as a whiskey sour, it's fantastic.
I don't know that I've ever had a whiskey sour.
We're going to have to do that.
Yeah, future episode. The whiskey sour. So I'm looking over the tasting notes here that you have printed off for us. And appearance, color, it seems like without reading these, we've hit on nearly everything that was written down here. The appearance, deep ruby red from the Natural Black Currant with a hint of brown from the barrel aging.
I kind of mentioned the grape raisin kind of a flavor, and I think this actually describes it almost what I was trying to describe is I actually was catching that brown. It's like a barrel aged kind of a brown to it. You know, if you hold it up and look at it in the light, you can kind of see just a little bit of a brown.
Yeah, but you said raisin, and I think that's closer to the mark because raisins do have a little bit of a brown to them.
Yeah.
And when you hold it up against, something white in the background, you can definitely see more of a brown to it, but it's not like as big of a deal as we're making it, I suppose. And the nose, the smell of it, distinctive currant berry, brown sugar with hints of oak and cinnamon. I said oak, you said cinnamon. We both guessed that must be what the currant berry is. Brown sugar, I thought it was just plain white sugar. The people that know more about tasting whiskey through the nose have pointed out brown sugar, so I'll take their word for it. And it smells incredible, and it tastes incredible too.
It's good stuff.
The flavor taste palette portion here, it says Upfront vibrant earthy berry. slightly tart and sweet, complemented by oak tones and a long, warm finish. It does have a nice, long, warm finish. And the finish is light to medium body, full on the palate, and smooth in texture. And it is every bit of every word in that description.
To the finish on this, I think you're right. It's not overly hot.
I catch the oak on the finish.
Yeah.
More than...
It's not overly hot like some whiskeys are, but there's a warmness there that just lingers.
Yeah, especially...
I think more so than the other two.
Especially if it starts going down the wrong tube. Man. Do you have any more thoughts on the Von Payne?
Other than looking forward to having some more of it.
Yeah. That's it for this episode of Savor the Burn podcast. Thank you for listening. Feel free to reach out to us at any and all of our social medias at info@savortheburn.com. Reach me at jonathan@savortheburn.com and Wayne at w2@savortheburn.com, our 3 emails. And we will be happy to reply and look into your suggestions, your comments, concerns. If you just want to vent, say you guys fucking suck, we'll read it. We may even give you a shout out and a thank you for pointing that out and bringing that to our attention. So, or we may just end up making fun of you. We don't know yet. We haven't reached that point yet. This is still...
Or all the above.
All the above. Yeah, we may thank you for giving us the input and make fun of you at the same time. Who knows? But chances are we're not going to put you on blast as far as personal name, address, telephone number.
But we definitely want to hear from you, and we definitely want to get your thoughts and your suggestions. And seriously, yeah, if you have, even if it's hey, have you tried this? Let us know, and I think we'd love to try it.
Yeah, we eagerly await your feedback. We eagerly await your feedback until we figure out what it is that we want to do. So for now, we're going to rely on you as far as to what you would like us to do until we figure out what it is that we want to do. We have a pretty good idea as to what we want to do, and we're going to explore those avenues as far as we see fit. But we're at this point we are open to suggestions, and we are really looking forward to seeing what it is that this can and will become. So once again, thank you for listening to Savor the Burn podcast, and until next time, keep on burning.